You may be seated. It is my honor to welcome you to the 22nd annual graduation ceremony of Berrien Academy. 22 years, or 2.2 decades, or 88% of the last 25 years. An amazing timeline of success regardless of the name or description. 22 graduates on the 22nd, so fitting and such a nice ring. On our 22nd graduation ceremony, we gather tonight to celebrate 22 incredible young adults who have persevered to succeed the last 4 years. Tonight is the pinnacle of their hard work, and we gather to celebrate their success and accomplishments. We are incredibly proud and blessed to share this moment with each of you. Tonight is the culmination of the collective efforts of everyone in the building, from parents to students to school staff. All stakeholders worked tirelessly for years to support these graduates to earn tonight's recognition. Truly, teamwork makes the dream work. Everyone in the building has been part of an incredible village. I want to thank and congratulate everyone for fulfilling the dream. I could not be more proud of all the graduates we have here tonight. I would like to take a moment to thank the local community for their generous support. Tonight we will be awarding scholarships that have been so kindly donated to aid students in the pursuit of their post-secondary goals and dreams. For so many of our students, this financial support helps establish a strong foundation to begin the next part of their journey. It is such a blessing to be part of such a supportive community that consistently steps up to support and honor our students. Thank you. Completing my second year as principal of Berrien Academy, I must say, I love my job and look forward to getting up to go to work every day. Truly, there is no place that I would rather be, and I'm excited about the future. I love being able to make a difference in the lives of our students. With that said, these students help bring out the best in me and the entire staff at Berrien Academy. Every graduate on this stage leaves a permanent, incredibly bright memory that we will cherish forever. As such, tonight is a bittersweet moment. Sweet because of the pride we have for all graduates on this stage. Bitter because their journey with Berrien Academy is complete, with great expeditions on deck for the future. As a first step into your future, I am proud to share this night with each of you. At this time, I would like Kimber Stone to come forward to lead the invocation. Please stand.
Let us pray. Lord, we thank you that you have helped us make it to the point of graduation. We give you the glory for our success thus far and ask that you will continue to allow us to prosper as the next chapter of our lives begin. Grant success both in the professional arena and in family life. Allow there to be proper balance between building a career and having a meaningful personal life. Most importantly, let our success be earned in such a way that will be pleasing in your eyes. Amen. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Mr. Adam Hare.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Ms. Fellows will come up now and introduce our valedictorian.
I always try to get away from this thing. Good evening, welcome. We're so happy that you're all here to help us celebrate these amazing young people on the stage tonight. I know they're likewise excited and grateful to have you present. They have all worked super hard to get to this moment. My name is Jessica Fellows, and I've taught English and Advanced Placement Literature at Berrien Academy for the last 7 years. As most of y'all know, the Academy marches to the high school drum, but with a beat of our very own rhythm. We're supremely lucky to be a small enough organization that we really become a little household, a big family, and some days that includes the fussing and all. Even so, our little but mighty size bestows us with so many advantages and blessings. With only one teacher per academic subject, we're able to watch these young people grow academically and personally from wide-eyed ninth grade tweens into the mostly mature and accomplished young people that you see on the stage tonight and that we'll be delivering back to you as high school graduates. Sometimes we form bonds as tightly with you as we do with your children. I'll speak for myself in saying that has been true for the family of tonight's valedictorian, Miss Giada Gray. To her parents, Thomas and Jessica, I am so humbled and incredibly grateful that you've always graciously allowed me to mentor your daughters academically and otherwise during your off hours. Sincerely, thank you for that trust. To Maddie and Alana, it's me and y'all next fall. And to G, I have a hard time putting together words that I have had a hard time putting together words that truly convey how proud we are of the young woman that we have watched you become over the last 3 years. A dear friend of mine, a former teacher, composed a memoir entitled The Three Things. In it, she writes, "I am raising the future, and the future is raising me right back." It's no surprise to anyone who knows Giada that this line would not leave my mind as I was considering how to introduce her tonight. First of all, she kept me on track almost daily because I have no filing cabinet in my brain. Secondly, she's been a leader in so many ways, from serving as parade float captain to spearheading various other district and community events to occasionally monitoring the front office phone as junior staff. There was never a task she wouldn't tackle. Lastly, and most importantly, beyond leadership roles and stellar academic achievements, G has been a teacher to me and others by simply being a good, kind human. We're definitely going to miss her at BA. I told her I was going to make her cry, and I'm up here going to cry. When 14-year-old Giada first walked into my classroom with her big old aviator glasses on, she has since retired them. I was sad to see. I thought, okay, here's a kid who's not afraid to be herself. And I was not wrong, but boy, was she quiet. She would participate when called on because she is ever the hard worker. But her propensity towards shyness was reinforced by her equally shy and quiet classmates who were right over there. As the months unfolded, however, she became comfortable with her peers and her teachers, and she learned to trust my repeated saying, "If it hurts, you're growing." She absolutely found her voice. I may owe her parents an apology here. But through this process, Giada taught me so many lessons in return. One was perseverance. I selected her for my advanced placement literature class as a sophomore. This is a college-level course that challenges me to accelerate 10th and 11th grade writers 2 to 3 academic years ahead of their typical abilities. And it challenges my students to grow as writers quickly and usually painfully. There are often tears, sometimes they're mine. She had a long way to go as a writer, as most do at first, but each time I gave her feedback, she started again. She dug deeper. I expected her to break at some point, as human nature often has its way with us during challenges. But she didn't. She wrote and she rewrote. She listened and held my critiques and did her best to apply them. And I remember the day her writing shifted. I felt like I watched my kid take off on 2 wheels for the first time, and I hollered, and she just grinned. They probably heard me holler. She had felt it too. Her words landed weighty on the page, and she never turned back. But then, during this already grueling learning process, Giada would teach me another lesson, one of strength and resilience. when her family received the news that her beloved grandmother, who she had often referred to as best friend, had taken a turn for the worse. Her Nana wouldn't make it through that semester. Giotto, with a terribly broken heart, kept writing and rewriting. I checked in with her often, and she stayed honest about her emotional state. Because at BA, we pour into the whole student, not just their academics. And so we neared the finish line. Then, with just a few days to go until the AP final exam, the final AP exam, Giada taught me about integrity in being true to herself and to others, me in this case, no matter the risk. She asked me for the next day's work because she needed a break. That's what I heard. There was probably a real fair reason. I was flabbergasted, taken aback. Not my toughest student taking a day off right before the biggest exam of her life. I gave her a hard time. But this time, she gave it right back. Oh, she was mad at me. That voice I had wanted to hear, that I had wanted her to find 2 years before, was no longer hiding. And by the time she finished making her case, which was excellent, of course, I was so proud of her for standing up for what she believed in and for speaking her truth, that all I could say was, I hear you and you're right. Here, Giada taught me Grace, which happens to be her middle name. She fielded my pushback with maturity, felt her feelings, expressed herself with tact, and started the next day new, or the day after, since she took a personal holiday. It was around this time that I nicknamed her Mama Junior, because this whole time, she has been raising me right back. And she ended up scoring a 4 on the AP exam, by the way, which is considered very well qualified, and earned her a college credit as a 10th grader. Thank you, G, for being such an inspiration, such an unprecedented young teacher and human, for being bold, for being kind, for being true, for being invigorated by helping others and driven by compassion. And as you embark on this next journey at Dalton State to learn to become a detective, I know that you will be the best at whatever it is that you set your mind to. Y'all, please help me welcome to the podium our 2026 Berrien Academy valedictorian, Miss Giada Gray.
Good evening, everyone. Graduation, a moment that we've thought about since the beginning, a moment I thought that couldn't come fast enough, but now that it has, I want to go back to my freshman year of math class with my closest friend, Sophie. But it's also the end of an era. The end of a book, but a new start to another one. We get to choose who we want to be. We get to decide where we go from here. And yes, it's scary, but the world is scary. And one of my favorite quotes from Franklin D. Roosevelt is how the only thing we have left to fear is fear itself. And that couldn't be any truer right at this moment. Don't let fear win. You know, I never saw myself standing up here, making it to graduation of all things, and I especially never saw myself being valedictorian of a class I wasn't even supposed to be a part of. It's hard to comprehend that we're done with high school. We made it to the end that most of us probably never thought was possible. And I'm proud, not just of myself, but of every one of our 2026 graduates, and I bet our loved ones and past loved ones are even more proud of us today. We accomplished a lot, completed assignments, retook quizzes, and finished our tests. Maybe we procrastinated, but it got done in the end. I know our teachers were a little annoyed and frustrated with it, most of us, but what are we here for besides learning, right? And they love us. Being here has shown me that not all teachers are just here to teach. It has shown me that there are teachers out there who do really care about their students, and these are the ones. So thank you to Ms. Hutto for never getting annoyed at me for asking so many questions in math and never making me feel like I couldn't do it. You always made math enjoyable, even if I struggled for a while. Thank you to Ms. Boda for helping me get through my senior year a little easier and always making sure I was on track and where I wanted to be. Thank you to Mr. Register for never showing if you were annoyed for how many checks and unlocks I would ask for. And even though she doesn't work for the academy anymore, I want to thank Miss Wynn for being like a mom to me at school. She hugged me when I cried and comforted me when I didn't feel good. Trust me, it meant a lot. These next two people I'm about to thank have gotten me through some of my toughest times, and don't get me wrong, I love all of the teachers here, but these two have made a major impact on my life. So thank you, Coach Hare, for always being able to make me laugh and smile when I was at my lowest sometimes, and thank you for giving me a nickname, even if it wasn't that great, and I always pretended to hate it. But every time I heard it, I knew you were close by and ready to save my day from complete crap. Even when I was at my lowest points, you were always able to somehow put a smile on my face, even if you were making a fool of yourself. And I think every one of your students would agree with me. You're not only the cool teacher, but you treat us like actual human beings. Your jokes and mid-class life lessons helped me get through this high school experience. Yes, you probably got frustrated and annoyed with most, but you never took it out on anyone and always turned it around. No matter how many times you acted tough and like nothing could faze you, I could read straight through it. You showed it by your protectiveness of us all, and you showed it with how you wanted all of us to succeed. So basically, thank you for being the older brother I wished I had growing up. I always felt safe in your presence. Thank you, Miss Fellows, the one who got my pen and the one who got me through life at some points. You were my best friend and my therapist all in one. I remember always wanting to be in your room when I was upset or just down because I felt safe. Your room was like my comfort away from home. I would ask to come sit in your room at times when I was having a rough time, and it would always be a yes. I knew that if I had any problems or trouble with anyone, that you would be there. I could vent to you any and every day of the year, and you would always listen with an open ear. You never judged me for what I said or how I thought, and you helped me improve myself in multiple ways. Thank you for never giving up on me even when I struggled tremendously at points, and thank you for becoming someone who I'll forever be grateful for. I'm 100% positive that you have helped shape me into the person I am today. You need to be proud of yourself too, because I sure am. You helped me see the good things in life again. You entering my life impacted me more than words can explain. You saved me multiple times without even knowing it. You were my hero away from home. You were my Miss Honey. My next thank yous are going to my parents, but firstly I want to say how proud of my mama I am. She's gone through and pushed herself way more times than I can count and always made it on top, even if it didn't seem like it. Thank you, Mom, for being the best mom. Thank you for encouraging me to do what I want. Thank you for giving me the confidence that I always struggled so hard to find, and for always being there when I needed a shoulder to cry on. I know we had our moments where we would argue and disagree, but I always knew if I needed you in that moment, you would be there. You were my strength in my weakest moments. You were my first best friend, and you always will be. You're my mama, the one who would leave me stuck in the footboard of her bed, recording me making my mean mug face. The one who would chase me around the yard while I was running around in nothing but a pull-up. The one who would promise to pick me up from pre-K and would be there. You were always there. I knew that I always had my mama in my corner, saving my back, giving me advice where it was needed. No matter how hard life gets or how far in life I go, I know you will always stand by me. You're my first protector, my forever safe place, and no one could ever replace this unbreakable bond me and you have. Thank you for being my mom. You're truly the best at it. Dad, thank you for being the funny, loving, boisterous guy you are. Thank you for spoiling us and working your hardest to give me, Mom, and my sisters whatever we desired. It never went unnoticed by me how hard you worked for your family. We definitely have had our ups and downs, disagreements that never felt like they would be solved, but I always knew that if I needed someone to call to help me, you'd be there. I was always a daddy's girl growing up, which was proven when I started to lose my hair because of you being gone to provide for us, might I add, which wasn't very nice. But I knew you would come back, and you did. Thank you for trying your hardest to overcome challenges that I know weren't easy, and thank you for being my dad. I honestly couldn't imagine my life without a dad like you. Trust we had our moments, but I would trade anything just to go back in time to sit in that semi with you. Thank you for being my dad, my funny when I didn't want to laugh. Now, back to the graduates of 2026. Because there are many more thank yous I could pass out, but I don't think anyone wants to be here all night. Today's the day. We're going to leave here today, and some may know where they are going, but some may not, and that's okay. Life will work itself out. And when life feels hard and it feels like there's no point left, remember that you did not go through high school for no reason. Those were some tough years, and we did it for a reason. To conclude this long speech that some may be annoyed by, I'm going to think one last thing. Some may agree and some may not, but I speak for everyone when I say thank you, Berrien Academy, for making us feel like people. Thank you for making my high school experience more than what I ever thought it would be. This high school experience surpassed what I could ever imagine. It became family. You all became family. As we close this book and step into the next one, we carry every lesson, every laugh, every tear, and every challenge with us, because no matter where life takes us, this experience will always be a part of our lives. We're graduating, you guys. Let's get this show on the road.
We would now like to present our senior scholarships and awards. We're so thankful for the outpouring of support from our community that we receive each year. Because of this support, we are able to guarantee a scholarship to each student who applies. This year, we will be presenting 21 scholarships totaling $37,000 to support our students with their future educational endeavors. The first 4 scholarships presented this evening are from Chaparral and Robalo Boats. Would Chaparral's representative, Ms. Courtney Taylor, please approach for the presentation? Hand it to her. Chaparral and Robalo Boats believe that continued education is important. Over the past 29 years, Chaparral and Robalo Boats awarded over $1.2 million in scholarships to sons and daughters of their employees and other students in our community. They want to encourage each student here tonight to work hard, find their passion, and realize their dreams. The first scholarship recipient is Ethan Flynn. Additionally, the next 3 scholarships are from Chaparral's Marine Products Corporation Scholarship Program for children of Chaparral employees. The first recipient is Lane Cumbus. The second recipient is Isabella Gavins. And the final recipient is Justin Fender. Thank you, Ms. Taylor. Tyler Studstill was an outstanding young man who loved life, Jesus, and the outdoors. He was an avid fisherman and hunter. He also enjoyed playing baseball. He had a smile that lit up the room, and he never met a stranger. He had friends from all walks of life and had the ability to make others feel at ease in his presence. Although we mourn for all he might have become, what he could have accomplished, we remember him for all that he was. For many will search their entire lives and never experience the joy and favor or touch so many in all their days. He lived life to the fullest. It is the hope of Tyler's family that the recipient of this Tyler Studstill Memorial Scholarship will be able to obtain the education they desire and live their life loving others like Tyler did throughout his life. May you always love big like Tyler. Tyler's family would like to present this scholarship to Giada Gray. Julian and Louise Baldry, both deceased, had 4 children, 4 grandchildren, and 7 great-grandchildren. Most of them were raised in Berrien County and received their initial education here. They both valued education and always wanted their children and grandchildren to have all the advantages higher education had to offer. It is fitting that this memorial scholarship in their honor should assist in furthering the dreams of another Berrien County family. They would be very proud. The Julian and Louise Baldry Scholarship is given by their loving daughter, Ann Baldry, and presented to Elizabeth Moore. The Mildred McGill Memorial Scholarship is made possible by Mr. Jeff and Mrs. Amy Smith. Mildred was a wife and a mother of 6 children. She believed higher education would continue to instill self-confidence and discipline along with presenting better opportunities for those who pursue it. This scholarship is presented to Chasey Chadwick. Presented next is the Franklin Giddens Memorial Scholarship given by Kevin and Donna Giddens. Franklin D. Giddens was originally from Irwin County, Georgia. He was a man of integrity, full of laughter, and a lifelong employee of the United States Postal Service. Franklin was a devoted Christian. He would love knowing his memory lives on, as this scholarship is dedicated in his honor. This year's recipient is Lane Cumbus. Connie Perry was a teacher, wife, mother, and public servant in Nashville. She was the first female mayor of the city of Nashville and served on numerous state and local government boards, including the Board of Human Resources for the state of Georgia. She believed in higher education and encouraged young people to realize their dreams. The Connie Perry Memorial Scholarship is given by Bill Perry and presented to Chasey Chadwick. The family of Ramona Ray Thomas would like to present the Ramona Ray Thomas Scholarship in her memory. They'd like to raise awareness for the National Kidney Foundation and show how important organ donation is. Ramona had just been put on the transplant list when she had become sick. She loved her family dearly. Tonight they wish to honor her by helping someone else like she always did. This scholarship recipient is Isla Barrett. The next scholarship is in memory of Randy and Barbara Bruce. Mrs. Bruce was a first-grade educator for most of her life. She possessed a creative ability to encourage her students to foster a love of learning at such an early and crucial time in their education. Barbara and Randy had compassionate hearts, and they were loved and respected by all. This scholarship is awarded to Giada Gray. The Emily Polk Memorial Scholarship honors the life and legacy of Emily Polk. In 2019, Emily received a double lung transplant and became a passionate advocate for organ donation. She was deeply devoted to her community and the arts, and she approached each day with resilience and hope. Her personal motto, no matter how difficult life is, always look for the joy in each day. And it continues to inspire those around her, those who knew her, and many more beyond. We are proud to award this scholarship in her memory, celebrating her enduring spirit and the lasting impact she made on everyone around her. This year's recipient is Elizabeth Moore. The next 2 awards presented tonight are the Buck and Nancy Pegg Scholarships. Buck Pegg is the founder of Chaparral Boats. He started the company in Fort Lauderdale, Florida in 1965. Buck moved the company and his family to Nashville in 1976 and opened the company in the old Larson Boats building. What he found by moving to Nashville, Georgia were the finest boat builders in the world, as his employees possessed the strongest work ethic around. He also found employees with utmost integrity and drive. Buck's wife, Nancy, is a founding member of FCCIS of Berrien County, and she has worked to support Berrien Academy. Buck and Nancy are happy to present these scholarships and want to encourage these students to work hard to realize their dreams while making a positive impact on others along the way. The first recipient is Kimber Stone. And the second is Isabella Gavins. The mission of the Berrien County Chamber of Commerce is to enhance the economic environment for its business, agriculture, and professional members through advocacy and promotion, while striving to enhance the quality of life for all citizens. The Berrien County Chamber of Commerce would like to congratulate all seniors. The Berrien County Chamber of Commerce Scholarship goes to Lane Cumbus. South Georgia Medical Center Berrien, the commitment to continued innovation in healthcare and youth development is not just a mere statement. It is deeply ingrained in their organizational ethos. They constantly challenge themselves to push boundaries, explore new horizons, and embrace novel approaches to deliver exceptional healthcare and nurture the potential of our youth. With this scholarship, they hope to shape a brighter future for healthcare and empower the next generation to thrive and make a lasting impact. This scholarship is presented to Haley Keene. The Bank of Alapaha is proud to be able to support students in their college careers and hope that this student will invest the knowledge she acquires during her time in college in our community in the future. The Bank of Alapaha is pleased to support this student as she moves on to college. Best of luck to Kimber Stone. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, they are proud of their banking heritage and even more excited about their future. They recognize that these graduates today and their plans moving forward into the future are equally exciting. This scholarship is presented to Giada Gray. At First Commerce Credit Union, they continually strive to meet and exceed the needs of their members in the community they serve. Driven by the philosophy of people helping people, they believe in empowering their members to unleash their potential and achieve their financial aspirations. This scholarship is presented to Isla Barrett. The Family Connection Communities and Schools of Berrien County's mission is to surround students with a community of support, empowering them to stay in school and achieve in life. This year, FCCIS scholarship is awarded to Carson Fender. The Houston and Associates Scholarship is presented to a student whose accomplishments reflect sincere effort, dedication, and determination throughout their educational journey. Houston and Associates recognizes this student as a true achiever with the capability to continue prospering in the future. They are confident that this scholarship will support this student's educational goals and open new opportunities ahead, and they look forward to seeing all the amazing things this recipient will accomplish in the years to come. This year's recipient of the Houston and Associates Scholarship is Kimber Stone. For these next awards, would Mr. Hayden Hancock, a member of the Executive Committee of the Berrien Chamber of Commerce, please approach the table? Two Berrien Academy seniors are stepping forward confidently into their futures after completing the Berrien Ready Workforce Development Program through the Berrien County Chamber of Commerce. This is a milestone that showcases both their determination and their readiness for real-world opportunities. Through the program, they earned their OSHA 10 certification, completed forklift safety and operation training, and mastered essential professional behaviors through Georgia Best soft skills coursework. Their achievements reflect a strong work ethic and a commitment to building the skills today's employers value most. Berrien Academy is proud to celebrate their hard work and excited to see where their new qualifications will take them next. The first certificate goes to Lane Cumbus. And the second goes to Winter Davies. Thank you, Mr. Hancock. This year's Principal's Award goes to a student that embodies all things that we hope for young adults. When describing this student, Mr. Drotty states that this student is a kind, tough, yet gentle young man. He's always willing to help others with a smile on his face. In fact, I don't think it would be a stretch to say that he truly enjoys helping others. He's always in good spirits and is willing to give his best effort toward any project, big or small. For example, this gentleman has often been a fixture on school parade floats and always has had a keen eye toward the best way to resolve problems on other initiatives around Berrien Academy. Truly, this student works to make the world a better place. Berrien Academy will be a different place when this young man is no longer roaming the halls and lighting the rooms with his presence. I can't imagine a student more fitting for this award. Congratulations, Tyson Brown. It is with great pride and honor that we present one of the most prestigious awards of the evening, the Valedictorian Award. This award recognizes the student who has achieved the highest academic distinction in their graduating class. It is an honor that not only reflects intellectual capability, but also perseverance. This year's valedictorian will be furthering her education at Dalton. Congratulations, your journey is just beginning, and we have no doubt that you will shine brightly in all of your endeavors. This year's valedictorian award goes to none other than Giada Gray. You may also notice that each student is adorned with colored cords. A gray cord signifies that the student has taken courses to complete a CTAE pathway. Green or navy blue cords signify that the student participated in dual enrollment courses for college credit. Purple cords indicate the student completed an advanced academic pathway. Red and silver cords indicate the student took advanced placement courses. And finally, the gold sashes and tassels indicate honors students. At this time, would Mr. Hayden Hancock, Berrien Academy's Governing Board Chairman, please approach?
Thank you, Chelsea, and good evening, everyone. I am Hayden Hancock. I'm have the privilege of serving as I'll get this thing to work, I'm kind of tall. As the chairman of the governing board of the Berrien Academy, I've done this for several years, and we have an amazing school system, but in particular, the Berrien Academy is such a special place. I think you heard it from both the valedictorian and from Jessica, that it is a family and a house out there. They pour everything they have. The staff is amazing and poured into the students out there, and we are so incredibly proud of everything that you all have accomplished. So I hope when you go into the world, you go in with courage, conviction of self, and compassion, and know that we are also very proud of you. So on behalf of the governing board, we congratulate you and wish you the best in the future.
Would Mr. Hancock, the governing board chairperson, the Board of Education chairperson, Mr. Powell, and Mr. Caleb Register, please come forward for the presentation of diplomas.
Graduates, please come forward to receive your diplomas as I call your name. Front row, please stand at this time. Michaela Isla Rianne Barrett. Elizabeth Maria Boyd. Tyson Dale Brown. Chasey Lynn Chadwick. Lane Matthew Cumbus. Winter Denise Malin Davies. Carson Brock Fender. Justin Michael Fender. Kylie Grace Fender. As Kylie makes it back to her seat, let's give a round of applause to this first row of graduates one more time. Front row may be seated. Back row, please stand. Ethan Charles Flynn. Isabella Ella May Gavins. Giada Grace Vivian Gray. Haley Lynn Keene. Gabrielle Rihanna McKeever. Elizabeth Grace Moore. Christian Gage Mullins. Michaela Page Palmer. Emily Gail Stone. Kimber Brooke Stone. Let's celebrate that back row of graduates one more time. back row, please be seated. I now invite Mr. Giraldi to come up to the podium.
Superintendent Herron, I present to you Berrien Academy's graduating class of 2026.
Mr. Giraldi, on behalf of the State Board of Education, I certify these graduates have met all the requirements set forth by the state of Georgia. It is my honor to accept the Berrien Academy class of 2026.
On behalf of the Berrien County Board of Education, I congratulate the class of 2026 for completing the coursework required for graduation.
Thank you all for coming. This concludes our ceremony. Good evening.
At this time, will Emily Stone please come forward to lead the senior salute?
Where'd all the time go? It's starting to fly.
On behalf of the class of 2026,
See how the hands go,
your classes.
waving goodbye. No, I get so forgetful when I look in your eye. Now she's walking backward through a parade. And I'm
Thanks
stuck
again
in
for coming. This
the
does conclude our
shadows,
ceremony.
rocking the
Have a good evening.
shade. There ain't no way to sweep up the mess that we made. She gets dressed up like a pillow, so she's always in bed. Flowers for the sick and dead. She's on the go, way too fast and way too slow. She'll turn the stone with hospitals and funeral homes. And when the fall rises, somebody sighs who is not in disguise anymore. dressed up like a pillow, so she's always in bed. Flowers for the sick and dead. She's on the go, way too fast and way too slow. She'll turn to stone in hospitals and funeral homes. And when the fog rises, somebody sighs who is not in disguise anymore. Where'd all the time go? It's starting to fly. See how the hands go, waving goodbye. You know I get so forgetful when I look in your eye. Now she's walking backward through a parade, and I'm stuck in the shadow, blocking the shade. There ain't no way to sweep up the mess that we made. She gets dressed up like a pillow, so she's always in bed. Flowers for the sick and dead. She's on the go, way too fast and way too slow. She'll turn to stone in hospitals and funeral homes. And when the fog rises, somebody sighs who is not in disguise anymore. Where'd all the time go? It's starting to fly. See how the hands go, waving goodbye. You know I get so forgetful when I look in your eye. Now she's walking backward through a parade, and I'm stuck in the shadow, blocking the shade. There ain't no way to sweep up the mess that we made. She gets dressed up like a pillow, so she's always in bed. Flowers for the sick and dead. She's on the go, way too fast and way too slow. She'll turn to stone in hospitals and funeral homes. And when the fog get so forgetful when I look in your eye. Now she's walking backward through a parade, and I'm stuck in the shadows, blocking the shade. There ain't no way to sweep up the mess that we made. She gets dressed up